Now, I know that most people, when they're asked to give a presentation, they're nervous. And acceptance speech is no different. There's still a very good chance you're going to be nervous about this. I hope to work you through that, because by the time you're finished, you're going to know you've got a great presentation and you'll have practiced it. So that those butterflies are going to be flying in formation. But when people make mistakes in any speech, in an acceptance speech in particularly, they do it because they're nervous. So let's just take a look at 5 of the basic things that I want you to mentally eliminate from your acceptance speech. The first 2 we've talked about. Number 1 is implying that you're not worthy of the award. You cannot do that. You have to let the audience know, again, that you're thankful and gracious, and you have to project that you are worthy without being boastful. You do not want to say, well, we're the best, we're the most worthy, blah, blah, blah. You don't even want to try to justify it. You just need to make sure it comes across that you are worthy and you're thankful without being boastful. 2, not being gracious is a huge mistake. You cannot overuse the word thank you enough in your presentation. Let the audience know you're thankful. All right, here are a couple of new things. Embarrassing comments. Now, this is probably one of the most destructive things people do, not because they do it intentionally, it's because they don't think. I'm going to suggest, as we build our acceptance speech, our thank you speech, that you do talk about people in the audience. You do share stories with respect to your history of the people in that audience, your relationships. But you have to ask yourself this question right up front. If I were that person, would it embarrass me if somebody said that to me? And quite frankly, that's not accurate, because you have to ask yourself this question. If I were that person and I felt the way they did about the world and all of these things, would I be embarrassed if someone said this about me? So you've got to really put yourself in their shoes. Not your shoes, but in their shoes. And if there's anything that is remotely embarrassing to somebody, just don't do it. There are far too many other things you can add into your acceptance speech where you can substitute it for saying something that's embarrassing and stupid. So even if it's close and it's funny, leave it out of your speech. This is a biggie. Not giving credit to others. Now, there are some different kinds of mistakes in not giving credit to other people. First of all, you're not going to get this award on your own. I mean, there are lots of people that supported you along the way, whether they did it financially, spiritually, emotionally. I don't know how they did it, but they did. You have to give credit to other people. Now, in a future video, I'm going to show you exactly who you need to give credit to and how you need to give that credit. But you cannot project to that audience that you are the reason and only you that this happened. You can give your parents credit, you can give God credit, you can give your children credit. I assure you, different people played a role in your success somehow, some way. And audiences love gracious people. They love people who will share in their glow. So make sure you do that. And finally, and this is a big mistake, and I see this in the business and organization world, and people do this and they think they're funny, and they are not, is where they try to sell from the stage. And that is where, in essence, they say, well, thank you so much for the award. Just keep buying from us. Come on. You don't need to say that. The best sale you can make, and this is huge, you are selling yourself when you're not selling. You are selling yourself when you tell the audience that your organization is worthy of the award, you're thankful for the award, and you're gracious in the manner of which you accept the award. That is how you sell the audience on you. It makes you likable. It makes you desirable. But the moment you turn that around, and even jokingly say something about buy more from us or buy our so-and-so, don't do it, okay? Please, don't do it. Now, your boss may tell you to do it. Your spouse may tell you to do it. Your salespeople may tell you to do it. Don't do it. I am telling you, don't do it. Now, there are other things that make for mistakes in any kind of a speech, none of which I'm going to get into now, but these are the big 5. If you can avoid these in your speech, you are well on your way to success. All right, stay with me in our next video. We're going to take a look at one more basic concept, and that is what makes you likable in front of your audience. Once we get through that, we're going to start getting into the meat of building your thank you speech, building your acceptance speech. But these are some of the psychological principles I want you to understand before we ever get into taking pencil to paper. See you on the next video.